One, and we are live. Hello, YouTube. This is Sawl the Hedgehog and my girlfriend,
Hi.
Miffy Track. Sorry that it's been a while since I have not uploaded a video to my account, such as, with ACEN that was the past 2 weekends ago. And we all know we get anime con depression. But at the same time, my girlfriend came up this weekend from Chicago, or down from Chicago to see me, from Thursday to Sunday morning, to where now I'm sick. So we really have had a really past two kind of almost shitty weeks here. I apologize for not updating you guys. If you guys follow me up on Facebook, you know we're posting a lot more things on there. And we took a vow to not really come on YouTube until like maybe a week and a half later. And success. We're sorry though that we haven't been posting things, and yes, there is a ton of comments I have to get back to on a lot of you from YouTube as well. As such, Melanie, you take ahead, take over for a second and explain to them exactly what we're going to be doing so I don't lose my voice.
But I don't even know what we're going to be doing. You don't even tell me.
Over ACEN, the cosplay stuff that I'm going to be doing, such as with you and some other people, what I'm making, and other things. It's just right now I don't want to try and talk too much, as you know, and everybody can hear. It's hard to talk right now.
Oh, I know. So a review of ACEN. Well, in my opinion, overall, it was an okay convention this year. Over the years, it's kind of been going down in a way because of the people that have been coming to it, because they've been advertising it more on public transportation and all that goodness, which kind of opens it up more to people that don't even know and care about what anime is.
And that terribly terrifies me as well, as a cosplayer that's been officially going to conventions since Anime Zap of last year. And I wasn't cosplaying too much till Midwest, because I found out friends who cosplay home stuff on Amigo, such on, I don't need to go into that explanation. But even I have seen like videos and good stuff about ACENs from the past years. Even though from my personal experience of this year, for ACEN, for even my first time, I did stuff to totally make my first ACEN experience very, very uncomfortably shitty and experiencing a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, so it wasn't really ACEN's fault on that part.
This is
probably one of the first year that I've seen so much. I mean, huh?
Drama, bullshit, perversion.
No, that's at every convention. No, but what's it called? No, I've seen so many more people there just to party and to drink, and I'm like, that is no, it's not really. What that convention is about. I mean, it's always been around conventions, but I don't know, there's so much more of it the more that it gets advertised to people that only come just for that reason, and it's pretty shitty.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Even though I was at Midwest last year, and this will be a very great comparison for this summer, and we'll both be happy to see everybody again at Midwest this year, because it means more to Miffy and I personally, for the reason that's where we first met. And from there, as you guys follow us on, you know where our relationship is. Love it so much. And if you guys are wondering if we do argue time to time, we do. It can be over stupid shit. Not really, but it's over serious stuff. But not going into that detail, we're staying on topic about ACEN. ACEN was very profitable for me, as an individual, it did pay for my con, my badge, my room. Everything was covered, even for stupid shit. Like, Mel, I went with only, what, $200, and that was also covering for my stuff that I needed to get covered. But I had commissions that paid off for what I had to cover, and I came back home with $100. Just a little bit over.
Yep.
Okay, I was like, I hope you heard that.
No, yeah, I nodded. Come on.
One moment until. I just can't sit too long. In truth and everything about it. So yeah, Mel, go ahead and tell them a little bit more about from the experience that you both, I and you saw, like things in front of us that happened that probably makes a convention name bad. And yes, guys, we will cover the good stuff. We're not just talking about bad stuff.
What makes a convention bad? Seeing people legitly being so hammered or high that they need to be dragged out by security is one thing. But of course that was around the rave.
Oh, it was horrible about the high stuff because even outside, you could almost never walk like 1 block away to another convention or a hotel. I mean, we didn't go to any of the panels, but all you could smell nearly on every block was weed.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Don't deny it. How many times did we walk outside?
Not many. I tend to like to walk through the skywalk, thank you.
And I most likely am going to start doing that a little bit more often because I don't, even though that 2 of the days were so beautiful, just on those days it sucked so bad to walk out sometimes just to my car to get stuff. I was smelling weed all the time, and I don't have a problem with it. It's just,
Yeah.
After a while, I don't want to be smoking smoky air. I want to smoke my precious motherfucking Chicago air, and that shit's still nasty.
Hey, well, yeah, but guys.
It's all good. I'd rather be breathing air than smelling like weed and scent.
I know. Everyone.
All up in my face, like I just walked into a perfume store and they're just blasting that shit. Sample.
But I really can't say what else was really bad about the convention. I mean, everything else that technically was bad at the convention to us was all personal things.
Yeah, actually, from what I heard, a lot of people got pissed off about was the rave being 18 and older. And in truth, I almost felt like that was really good because personally, I like the younger group of friends that I do hang out because they are, like, 15 turning 16 and they're like almost 18. It's just, personally, when you get to a certain age, it's all fine and dandy when you're 18, 19, but when you're my age of being like 20, I just turned 22 this year, at the beginning of the year. I almost feel like I don't need to worry about a underage girl trying to thrust her badonkadonk up into my crotchadonkadonk down there and get risky with my dingling. I'm just like, girl, back the fuck off.
Especially if I'm around. But anyway.
If you're around, I'll be like, oh, hell no. She'll kill you. But no, seriously, how much better?
The fact that they make the rave 18 and over is a good thing because it does. Besides that, you have so many people that go to the raves that are high or drunk that you really just don't want to deal with anyone.
And on top of
getting
that,
mixed up in that shouldn't be.
They really had a mini rave for the underage people, which was nice. Even if you had people 18 and older, It was only like, for the fandoms that actually knew what this stuff was, went to it. Yeah, I mean, it was a small crowd to actually go and enjoy. It was just probably really nice. They really did keep it, like the rave should be 18 and older. Trust me, I feel more concerned. I would rather be outside watching the line than being in the rave or soap bubble, as you say it, because I would be more concerned if we had pedophiles out there or somebody gets kidnapped out in the darkness because we went around the building and we were behind the tree areas. Somebody could be getting, like, fucking molested in line, or, like, nobody could see what was going on. We didn't have any
Yeah, but
light.
they did have the IRT guys around. It's just
Yeah, the IRT people were, like, really, really fucking anal about the rules. Like, if you got out of line, you were fucked. You had to go all the way back to the end.
Yep.
Even if you had to use the bathroom, it did not matter.
Yeah, no, they're really suspicious if you're trying to get into line.
Yeah, especially we understand. It was another thing about the rave was you did not want to go in full cosplay or anything.
No, of course not.
One of those, like, you want to really, like, be as less clothed as possible. Not to nakedness, but
It's a rave. It's a legit rave. So you're gonna get very
drugs. Without the drugs.
Yes,
Except
without the
people are
drugs.
high and drunk off their ass already.
Sadly. Yes.
And it's still surprised. IRT, did you not catch this person being drunk or high before they went in? Hello!
No, I'm pretty sure they'd catch somebody being stupid drunk off their ass. I mean, if they really can't function properly, I'm sure they'd get them out of line. But most people that go are mostly, like, buzzed or whatever, so they're still acting normal, but they mix in with the crowd, basically.
Yeah, the rave will
hyper.
go one way or another. It's because even her and I got to a point where we were overheating almost, and we're like, I think it's time to go.
Yeah. And then you're just like, nice
the
outdoors.
line for us, it wasn't even an hour wait. It was like 30 minutes.
No, they really try to make the lines as fast as possible.
Really,
They're getting better at that every year. In truth, they really are. Because, first ACEN, oh god, the lines.
You would have not wanted to go, possibly, correct?
No, ACEN was great. You still wanted to go.
The rave.
People still want to go, but yeah.
But personal. Okay, we're gonna move on to the good stuff for ACEN. I myself did not pre-order my badge whatsoever. I got to ACEN practically. We're gonna go back to the whole bad stuff first. This isn't related to ACEN itself. The hotel situation is so bullshit about parking. It's not funny. I had to pay, what was it, an extra $13 for parking? For an extra, like, 2 hours of being there. And I was like, that was, like, I was staying at the Hyatt. I was in full knowledge, hotel knowledge, to park at the Hyatt. And that was for the convention. They said I couldn't because the person that had the hotel room in their name had to be down there. Not letting us know that technically in advance, not even in the ACEN or, stuff ahead of time. Hey, you need the person with the hotel name. Person that has it in the name to be down there with you. Or, in fact, they only let you have one vehicle per room for that convention itself. So,
that's really weird.
I'm no longer going to be rooming with people. I'm going to be getting my own room every single time because I'm not dealing with that bullshit. Unless it's small conventions, these bigger cons, you want the room in your name completely. And On top of that, them telling me just go to the parking garage right next door to them, which is technically theirs. They said I couldn't even park there. They would rush you to answer the wrong answer to their question. They made me go 3 blocks, and that's turning, going to the Doubletree Hotel from ACEN Convention Center, where I was walking for a good half hour every time, going there and back, just to get stuff. And there's other personal things that made me where I didn't want my stuff in the room at first, and then I was okay, but overall with the hotel experience was a bunch of bullshit. For you, Mel, it was fine. It was wonderful. But for me, that shit was a no-go. I literally was that close to fucking complain, like hardcore on ACEN itself, but I had to realize the hotel situation is not ACEN's fault. The hotel situation is the hotel situation with the actual person parking as a customer and them not telling you everything.
Yeah.
But moving along to the actual good stuff now. The line, I got there actually probably at a good time. It took me only 30 minutes to get my pre-ordered badge. Then again, like right after I got my badge and everything, you would notice that, oh shit, I got here just at the right moment, that I didn't need to wait like a good hour or two. And I actually saw people that I did not expect to actually see there, like in line with me, from my own town.
That was hilarious, actually.
I met like 2 people from my town or a town away that was at ACEN at random coincidence, and I'm like, wait, that's not who I think it is. Oh, shit, it is. Oh, black moment here. What's up, my boy? What you doing?
No.
But yeah, no, I mean, there was just bad shit. Like my negative attitude happening throughout ACEN, as well of making a commission that I was not expecting that would have taken me even this long to do. Thank God I got it done for the photo shoot, and I'm actually doing improvements. But note to self, to every person that does commissions, never do commissions unless like it's just doing a paint job, like a quick paint job.
Not
Nothing else.
even! Don't do commissions at a convention, damn it!
No,
it's a bad
it's
thing to
resulting.
do. It ruins your convention. It really,
It does.
really
It really
does.
You should never do a commission at a convention ever. If it is, like I said, minor paint jobs, end of story, don't let anything beyond that, or it's like, oh shit, I gotta do a little repair to my costume with hot glue.
Unless you are legitimately sitting in a vendor's hall at a table saying, hey, I'm taking on maybe drawing commissions, fine, you can do that. But if you're legitimately doing commissions that you have scheduled for somebody to do at that convention, don't do it. Don't do it at the con. Do it beforehand. I'm pretty sure they gave you about 3 to 4 months ahead of time.
And if they didn't, that means you took it on at last minute, and I did get some last minute ones done. But still, there's no exception for even what I did was right. I should have had everything done, and not having all your shit done, even if it's yours, it's unacceptable. If your costume itself is not done, don't take it. It'll be a less hassle. I took some costumes off of my cosplays. There were some cosplays I didn't get to do just because of this commission, which I still love doing it. It was just, I was more pissed at the fact that I had to do it.
Basically, the thing was that the commission that we had to work on took up basically 2 days of the convention itself. So by the time we really got to enjoy the convention, it felt like Friday when it was Sunday.
Yeah, and when we got to the vendor's hall, Mel, you can just tell them straight up how I was. I was more of a dick than any time of my life that you knew me at ACEN because of how much of a negative attitude I was. Was I not more of a dick than ever just because of this con?
You were.
And it made your con experience worse. But when we even got the commission done, because she helped me and I had another person and I had the person like that commissioned this to actually help hold it because we were getting it to the photo shoot. It looked fabulous. It looked fabulous for what it was needed, but I'm still working on it and I'm shipping it to her and I'm making this thing look like a motherfucking badass. Sorry for the language, guys. We understand. But
Anyways,
I'm 22, he's 19, we don't give two shits, we can cuss.
but yeah, no, the vendors hall though at ACEN was amazing as every year.
Oh,
They
God.
had the great artwork. They had the most amazing. I'm really upset because the fact is he didn't get to see everything as it was on Friday or Saturday. So he got there on Sunday where not all of the best stuff was still around, especially in the weaponry. But
Yeah, because by Sunday when it was actually closing and we were getting to the line and we were kind of arguing with each other about, okay, she's hungry. I know she's hungry. She's getting pissed because she wanted to get to the weapons even sooner when we were getting to the last line. I was like, no, no, no. I was being a dick at this point because I'm like, no, I'm going to make you suffer and wait now because you had me go through all the goddamn lines, which was wonderful because there was a lot of nice shit. But it was just like one of those things like, you really got to take it all in. I probably took everything in, and I did Fangasm where I cried and drooled over childhood artworks from original shows that were like signed. The ones that you see that are like worth 3,000, 4,000, 6,000, 10 grand money, and you're just like, that's worth more than what you have it priced for. That's like 2 years of my life right there.
I was like, I will pay my soul to have this.
I literally drooled and cried as soon as I saw like an Oh My Goddess scene where it's an introduction scene where the main character is like naked in the a waterfall, but it was just the scene itself. It just well, Jimmy.
Oh my god. But yes. You were overheating and everything because God, it's hard to take stuff in sometimes at Artist Alley when you're not used to ACEN's Artist Alley. Remember, his first ACEN, so it's funny because afterwards, everyone who's been to ACEN for a long time is all like, "Oh, we understand what you're going through. It's all right."
Probably gonna have yet another type of fangasm, if anything, because I'm giving ACEN a full refund of I'm erasing almost this ACEN from my existence. I just want to erase this ACEN experience, like completely from my existence, almost, somewhat. I want to erase all the bad shit. All the bad shit! But overall, good stuff that happened. I did have fun with her. The arcade, oh my god, it brought back, it was not the most amazing arcade. I've seen other conventions, and this is saying a lot. I went to GeekCon. Their arcade, absolutely everything was free. Fucking like 10 times bigger than what ACEN's was. And I'm like, this is a smaller con. Like, smaller. And they had a bigger arcade. It was like gymnasium times 5 size arcade.
Yeah, well, ACEN's not for the arcade. It's for the vendors.
It really is, but still,
the main part of ACEN, other than like the cosplays and seeing so many different people,
the cosplays were amazing for anyone that came. There may have not been any shitty cosplays. I mean, I didn't see one shitty cosplay, even if they were a beginner. Everything was good from what I saw.
I found it hilarious that I found a Sherlock playing the fucking violin in the corner, and I'm like, what the hell? Last year, it was Tony Stark sitting, like, with Starbucks, and I'm like, what? No,
But
legitly, this
no,
guy it was him. He just cut his hair and he looked like Tony Stark and he's sitting there drinking Starbucks. I'm like, oh,
oh
you're
my
not
god.
even doing a cosplay. You're being yourself in the corner. Ah!
But no, like, even if you guys hear me say shitty cosplays, I never consider anything to a degree of shitty cosplay. Because I put everything into a category of almost anything. Because there's something for everything, to be honest. You can't say something shitty of a cosplay ever unless if somebody just wears a... I don't even think I can say that.
Nah.
A shitty cosplay is just not in my existence of words. It could be almost anything, and you could label it anything.
Yeah.
But overall, we gotta say that we probably even did, for our successful part of it, was I made quite a bit of money. And yes, there are people that are going to be coming to us for more commissions. And as now, you guys should know, Miffy Trap here, she'll do them, but she absolutely hates doing commissions.
I'm
She
sorry,
hates
money
out.
is not a motivator to me, so commissions to me aren't exactly fun.
She really is just the model. I'm more of the person that will do our commissions, but if she does take a commission on, she takes her good time doing it because she makes it look like...
You don't understand how much of a detail person I am because of the fact that it's funny because even while you were trying to finish your commission and stuff quickly and stuff, you didn't see me in the corner. I was like, "There's a spot here. There's a spot here." I was fixing that stab in the
No,
corner.
you were up on the field with me. We were straight up just going like this.
I know. To everything that you had put on there, you did everything really fast to put it together and stuff. But while you were doing that and while you were waiting for it to dry, I was legitimately doing all the detail work on it. And I'm like, shh.
And at the point when I started asking her more doing that, I'm like, stop it! We need to get this done!
You got it done! And I did a lot of detail work on that to make sure that, because god damn it, I can't take it if I saw something that wasn't done.
We legitimately had a face-off, like the actual show from Sci-Fi. Face-off, moment, doing this. We're like, shit, get it done, get it done, get it done!
Yeah, basically.
Learn stuff. We definitely learned stuff about even insulation foam. With that kind of size of a product, you always got to have suspenders inside of it or something holding it.
I'm surprised we didn't think of it beforehand. I'm surprised that you didn't think of it beforehand because we've done things like that before in which you really need to have that inside. And it's like
Especially the Marshall Lee guitar, bass axe guitar, it needed that at that point because we found out where its breaking point was.
exactly, and I think the thing that kept us from really thinking of it at the time was because we were in such a rush that we only thought of it last minute. We're like, oh no, we need to make sure this thing has support.
No, I did think of it, but I didn't want to really put it into actual field because even with insulation foam, I know for a fact it doesn't weigh that much. So
it doesn't matter because of gravity. It still needed to be done.
It does. So at a point,
The shape of it and the gravity of it you just needed it.
Really did learn stuff about doing this kind of stuff, and the bigger the commissions that I have to get made, depending on if it's a solid piece or not, reinforce that bitch. I used hula hoops.
It worked.
It works. It works. It works, and jerk off. So other than that, guys, let Mel just talk. I need to get some orange juice because, as you can tell, my voice is going away.
That. Oh no. No, leave me alone! Stop it! Oh. Hi. I don't know. I guess, but in general, ACEN wasn't a bad thing.
Ow! 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 That hurt. Pinky toe on the weigh scale.
Oh, okay.
While I'm drinking OJ, I had a taco so bad. I'm like, ow! Ow! Ow!
I'm wondering what you're doing over there. I'm like,
It was that scale right there! That evil son of a bitch! Kick you down!
Don't always blame the scale, but yeah.
What are you talking about? You know it's
I'm messing with you. It's okay.
okay.
La, la, la. But yes. In general, the thing that usually makes
Why am I in the bathroom? Why the fuck not?
Anyways, the thing that makes stop. You made me cough because I'm kind of sick too. The thing that makes a convention. Mr. Jiggles.
Get out of there now.
Oh, dude. I don't know.
So yeah, I'm gonna.
Thing that makes a convention. Thing that makes convention good though is when you have people to hang out with and you're not stuck in a hotel room for basically 2 freaking days and stuff, you know.
And she went all mute and all that stuff and going up and down.
It's because you're drinking orange juice.
And like a baby seal.
Oh, baby cute.
You're my baby seal.
Joyce.
Baby seal! But yeah, no, overall, if I took certain things out of my con experience, such as the hotel shit and parking.
In commission, everything would have been nice because there's a lot of things that we could have been doing.
No, like, there was a lot of things even I didn't get to experience that I would have loved. Like, Saturday, I would have been in line for those,
signatures.
I would have just been in there for Saturday only for the vendors and the signatures and talking to voice actors on.
We would have gone to more panels. We would have walked around more. We would have really got to experience the vendor hall, which would have been nice. We would have played Munchkins. Damn it!
Oh, I would have loved to kill people at Munchkin. The champion of Munchkin was there, and I would have loved to take him down.
Actually, I believe that one's at GeekCon or something.
I'm gonna destroy him.
Anyways.
So yeah, I think that's all that we really need to talk about.
Oh, but that is also a good thing. Talking about the roadway.
Oh, the roadway. The stuff, the other conventions that come at panels to actually present themselves, and yes, I farted. Road shows. That's what they're called. Road shows. The cheapest for any convention ever. Always pre-order your stuff at the road shows for any of the cons. I went and got my stuff pre-ordered for GeekCon. I got it at the road show at ACEN. And that cost me $30. Online, I believe while it was going on at ACEN, because I haven't checked, I'm guesstimating this, may have been 35. It may have been just turning 40 right after that con. But I got mine for 30 still. And that was only like 2.5, about 3 months away. Something like that. Right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's still fairly cheap sometimes for certain conventions, but even if it's 3 months before a con, you know it's gone up. By then, it's gone up. Right?
Yeah. But Yeah. No, ACEN was good though.
Oh,
It
for
was just,
Asian
to
pre-order, you're
me, it
right.
was just very disappointing because of
We're giving
all the other
Asen one
stuff.
more year. We're giving Asen one more chance for one more year, and this is her favorite con. For me, I personally am only going to give it one more year for a
It's
chance.
because you didn't even give it a good chance this year.
I didn't. I really can only give next year the first chance for my Asen. Oh wait, there are other people who actually have gone to ACEN. They said this did not feel like a convention. It
Because
felt
it,
like
it
a
didn't
meetup.
feel like, no, it's not that it didn't feel like a convention. It didn't feel like ACEN this year. And it really is because of the whole thing we were talking about earlier, where the advertising brought in a lot of people that aren't
Made it fit.
really in the anime fandoms.
Like people
So,
with sex, booze, drugs, and yeah,
and raves. So it's like, why are you here? Legitly, you shouldn't even be here. I mean, it's nice to bring people in so that you can show them what this is,
and
and
it's
maybe
running
they'll
a
be
lot
interested in
more
it. But when they're coming in for things that aren't even,
related to it. But no, there are even some of those that do come for that stuff. They actually don't even pay for any of it. They get to do all this shit for free because technically they are loitering at the con itself and hotel because they can't really say, "Hey, are you actually staying here?" They could actually honestly say that they're staying at another hotel. They would be loitering there. Loitering? Is that how you say it?
yeah, but no, even they're loitering around, but they can't get into anything good. They wouldn't be able to get into the soap bubble. They wouldn't be able to get into the vendor hall. They're very strict on badges.
Oh yeah, that rave actually did present a problem to a lot of those people. They may have had a badge, but you needed an 18 and older actual ID or identification on you at all times,
Yep,
which I really liked because it kept a lot of people out that weren't supposed to be there.
exactly. Good job, guys. Good job.
Because
The staff
yeah,
always they do their best to make a very good convention, and they do succeed every year. It's just
they can't successfully get through to everything. And on top of that, we had one of those perverted photographers actually happen right in front of us.
yeah, that was really weird because it's not like that happened. That's the first time
Not
I've really
like,
seen it
no,
happen.
it wasn't like a good 20 feet away. It was a personally like a good couple feet in front of us that happened.
Yeah,
He was old. This guy was like in his 40s, I believe.
I really don't remember too well of like the guy. I just remember what he did, so I'm just like, that's
The
odd.
situation, we're not presenting who it was, even though we could say who it is, but
Nah.
we don't say who or what situation. It was because she had something written on her boob, chest area. That guy came up saying, "Oh, what's that on you?" Pretty much. He's like, "Can I get a picture of that?" He was taking a picture of her boobs. The thing that threw us off was she was all right with it, and this is a reverse psychology kind of thing. If the person you see like something like that's happening to them or some other type of situation, that one person's okay with it. Like it's a gentle, like ease in conversation greeting, and this is what a lot of guys do to actual girls, so that it makes the other people feel like they don't need to be so high on the warning bell where it goes down to like, oh, she knows him, okay, or he knows her, kind of thing. It can be either way, but this is something guys do a lot. It is stealth stealth sex appeal is what it's called. But no,
Something like
um, damn, my part in that one was good.
that.
But no,
But
like, he did it.
really, that was really weird though, still.
It threw us off when she allowed it, and I don't know if that's how she is, but I don't really think like she knew him is the kind of thing that we both looked at each other like, should we say something? It just totally threw us off when we originally would be like saying, get the fuck away from that person now.
Exactly.
So regardless, guys, if you see anybody doing that, even if they know them, we're like, no, you back the fuck off now. This is not cool. We will extremely report you right now to the ITR, IRT, or what? We'll report you to fucking con security. Because we're like,
Basically.
this shit's not acceptable, even if you know the person. We're like, we try to stop this shit. And if it's family, that's fucking weird. We're still gonna report you.
Yeah.
But yeah, and such as we have con children of our own, not like children related to us. When we say con children, these are people that we adopt as a family member kind of thing. And if we see them kind of, like doing something wrong, discipline, and that doesn't mean I'm going to hit them. No, that's just you bring down the book on them and you're like, hey, come back to reality. Watch out what you're doing because there's going to be a part of me thinking you're going to do something that's going to make me worry, like a goddamn parent, and such on, and yada yada. You take it over, Mel.
Stuff like that, basically.
But anywho, I already did the video over what I got myself from ACEN, which is still wonderful. You truly don't need to be spending too much at ACEN, unless if it's like you're buying something that's $100. Don't buy anything else, because regardless, even if it was for that much, you could have possibly got it somewhere cheaper online. Even though we did find stuff out, ACEN usually is a lot better deals than a lot of those smaller cons, which is strange. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Tell them about how vendors work from Friday to Sunday for one last thing.
Oh, well, this usually works at most cons, actually. That's how it usually goes. But most definitely for ACEN, it's like the biggest one that you remember this for. It's Friday, it's always really great because they have everything. Every vendor has fully stocked.
And you gotta get a little white thing sometime at a con, and if I see one at Midwest, we're just gonna go straight for it. We don't care how much it is. Yeah, the white portal, not the white portal, the white
portals from League of Legends, the little plushies. The things that would be sold out automatically, you'd find on Friday, and that's the time you get them.
Yeah.
You definitely know which things will be sold out because of the things you can't find. Oh, the white Mokana! Yeah. It's so hard to find the small white Mokana.
We're not talking about like the ones that are about this big. We're talking about the ones that are about yay big.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're going to get one, and if I can find it, well, we're going to switch ours. I get black, she gets white, yin yang.
It's because I'm going to do a Fi cosplay at some point. But, yeah. So Friday is the day that they're fully stocked, so get whatever they're going to basically sell out of by
Pretty
Saturday.
much you're going to overpay for what you're going to not want to pay for, but it's the only time you're really going to get it.
Yeah. Basically. Saturday, they lower their prices a bit. They put their usually best things out on Saturday.
But it's still going to be overpriced sometimes. That's why you got to look at everything.
Yes, you have to.
That's.
You got to really strategize when you go through Artist Alley because
you really got to have like a group of 10 people at ACE and be like, "Hey, stay here. Keep your eye on this. I'm gonna go quick search with the party to see if there's somewhere cheaper and like text you via radio contract."
No, because at an ACEN convention, your phone is gonna be shit for you. It will not send messages. It will not send calls all the time. Really, people don't have all the messages that people send to them. They're like, "I never got this message," and you give them their phone. And it's like, "I sent this like 5 times."
Yeah, guys, especially with you with T-Mobiles, expect nothing an hour later. How I know this? He has T-Mobile. I have Boost Mobile. I keep getting my shit like it's nothing. No, it's not Boost Mobile. What am I talking about? I'm Verizon.
Ha! I'm
Hey,
gonna
yours
use
is
it against
still
you now.
shit, though. Hey, who's the one that couldn't get calls? You.
Shut up. No.
I could keep getting calls while I was in there.
Hey, but you never got any of the texts that Sawl did. So
That was strange, though. Like, I got everybody else's, but, it
well,
could have
actually, you
been,
got most of her texts. It's her that didn't get yours.
yeah, well, there was sometimes, and that's one thing I've noticed with, oh, we're not going to go into the telephone shit.
Yeah. Anyways.
Saturday, it really is strategized. You really need to have minimum at least 7 people, max as much as you can.
No, really, you just gotta really use your smarts when you're walking around. If you find something that you're really sure you're not gonna find a better price for, you're probably not. But
It can be more towards the middle aisles is where you're going to find it cheapest.
yeah.
Sometimes at the entry level, you're going to find better deals towards last day big time.
Sunday is the day of sales because it's the last day for these vendors to sell their things, and they want to sell things even if it's just for $1.
True. On top of that, last hour, 30 minutes, it's like bargain picking. Oh, yeah, it's time to do some bartering. Even if you can get it $1 cheaper.
The last 5 minutes, actually, when they start calling people to get out, it's probably like one of the best times to do bargainings for people because it's like, well, you know, you're closing in about like 5 seconds, so you know, why don't we cut a deal here? Because you'll still make money right before you leave.
True, very true. Even if they only paid for like, I'll pay you what you got this, but I'll pay you like $1 or $2 more. That way you're making profit and it gives you gas money to get out of here.
Yeah. But, you know,
you don't pay for anything because somehow you can get it for free.
But, yeah.
I hate you for that.
No, you love me.
I love you, but hate you at the same time because I have to talk with them. Toys. I get the free food and drinks.
No, I get that too. Oh, I'll let you have everything. Sure, you can totally have your free lunch. I said nothing. But, yeah. So you have Friday, which is your day that you have everything. Saturday, which is the main stuff. And then you have Sunday, which is sale day.
It's quite funny. Oh, and there's one thing that made us both cry. It was Ace. There was a...
No! We're not talking about
this small. And it was in its box still. And it had a little message. And we cursed the company that made it because we loved it and hated it the most. It said, "Thank you for loving me." And we were like, "No!"
It was like, you read it, and then you're like, in 3, 2, 1.
No,
oh shit, I realized what that...
I said, I fucking hate you as soon as you said that. And then I cried.
I was
this tempted to find that Ace on the last minute, just to buy it to piss her off, be like, and now, look, I thank you for always loving me. Thank you for always loving me. Thank you for always loving me. Because it means it in both ways. Her loving me and Ace saying it at the same time.
I know, I can tell.
Thank you for always loving me. You know I'm going to buy that if I see it again. I do want those Kingdom Hearts, like, figurines, the Tron.
Oh, I know. It was 100 each.
I literally wanted to find those and just buy at least Riku because he had an ultimate weapon. Ultimate fucking weapon! But other than that, yeah. I would say that this is probably a good, successful video, and I think we can just end it there. Other than that, guys, just make sure to always bring food. Don't be buying food at those cons unless it's ice cream. That's usually
Or
funny.
just walk down, you know, McDonald's, Denny's. There's things around. You just have to get to them.
Oh, and word of advice: park at DoubleTree Hotel. They will charge you every time you go in and out of their parking.
Yeah.
You can give
Be
them a
warned.
middle finger straight to them. Middle finger. This means I love you, Mama.
Lol.
This means I love you, Grandma.
I know what you're getting at. If any of you have ever seen the Tortuga Brothers, you'll understand.
No. They had to be there when we were there because that's probably the only time they explained it. But other than that, guys, we'll see you at Midwest. There'll be other videos, cosplay tips, videos on other things, how we make shit.
See you guys.
That's all the hedgehog sick and signing out. Peace.